right, we're going over my phone. I don't know why I have to do this. It's at least working better now. Oh wait, no it's not. No it's not. We're still dropping all the frames. Like, what do people want me to do here? I have two connections and neither one works right now. Like, what am I supposed to do? It looks fine for you now. I mean, we're getting 40% dropped frames. But we'll do what we can do. We'll do what we can do, and then in a little bit, we'll try switching back. Okay, so we're just going to watch the video.
Just adjust
You could watch this at home on your own YouTube if you want a smoother video.
for your project. So in my case, I will create a file called Focus Editor, and for the sake of demo, we'll create another one called SQLite.
Okay. So I'm following along. So I want to be in the projects. So we could actually have two, right? We could have one for the compiler. Let's copy this, right? We can have compiler, and we could have there we go. Incoming RAID. Okay.
Jai. So now we can drag both of these config files into the editor and edit both of them. So this is the Focus Editor config file. We want to have the folder with our project and the Jai folder for our reference. And for the second one, we also want to keep the Jai folder and the SQL.
Okay. Oops, I already did, I tried to hit Control N for next line. The muscle memory is already kicking in. Down arrow. Okay. Control S. Ah, Control S saved it. All right.
Jai folder. So now
He has a W drive.
this will contain the full copy of the full config file where you can configure the style and remap the keys, and there's settings as well and what files and folders to ignore. You are free to configure it for each project, or you can leave some of the sections as default.
Okay. Let's actually, before we do any of this stuff, let's go back to the global config, because I'm going to need some of my Emacs for now, right? So Control N is not going to be this. This is going to be Alt N. See, this is so easy compared to Emacs, dude. Look, it tells you if it's... How great is that, dude? Like, it knows its own config file and tells you if it's a good command or not. Like, what? All right. So, what is arrow up? I assume it's move up, but I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's built in. Shift arrow up. Shift means shift is optional. Got it. Got it. Okay. So Control P, move up, Control N, move down, Control A. I guess Control F, right, is move right. Control B is move left. Control A is jump to line start. I see that down there. Control E. Wait, is that? I don't even know what the keyboard commands. We'll just see if line end. Okay, how do I execute this? Can I like reload it? Maybe it did. Nope. It already has a Control P. That's not, we're gonna have to Control P, show open file dialog. Okay, we're just gonna comment this out for now. Control A. Okay. I don't want to like restart the editor. Yeah, that's weird. Emacs Control F being search is weird, but again, I don't. How about, what do I use for searching in Emacs? Control S. But I'd rather just have Control S be save. How about Control G? Okay. Explicit saving in 2023. Yes, because I'm a real programmer, dude. All right. You may have to restart the editor after key remapping. There's a bug. Okay. We'll do that. I was planning to maybe do that anyway. So we're just going to restart the editor. All right. All right. So just, do I have, yes. Okay. There's my muscle memory. There we go. See, that was so easy. That was so much easier than it would be to do the equivalent thing in Emacs. All right, so like this is kind of already going to be usable now because yeah. Some stuff is different. Like Control L to center the screen on the cursor does select line. I don't know. Like I'm not going to literally remap everything right now. Okay. So let's actually, we don't need a tutorial to do some colors. All right. So now I kind of don't know, does it have different color sets? Because here it's obviously got a color set for config files. Like most of these colors I'm really fine with. All right, let's go to open C Sokoban source main. Okay. So yeah, these colors I definitely want to tweak. Code default. Is that what we're... Oh, Control D doesn't delete a character. We need to fix that. Okay, so that doesn't super auto load. So how do I reload the file? Oh, is this going to override? No. Interesting. So this has the key commands from before I copied it, but they don't override. It should auto reload. Weird. So maybe that's the wrong value. Because this has C Sokoban source, which is where we are here. I haven't watched the video enough to know, is it supposed to be applying these settings just because this file is in that file tree? Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess it should. I don't have the project open. Oh, do I manually open the project somehow? I haven't watched that far. All right, let's watch the thing.
And they will be replaced by the global config sections. But keep in mind that if you override any of the sections, that they will not usually merge. So if you want to be safe, just copy the whole section and adjust. So now that we have both projects configured, we can see here there's a short cheat sheet of the basic shortcuts, and one of the shortcuts is Alt X to show all commands. And one of the commands is switch to project, and now we can see it has both our projects ready. We can switch to either of them.
Okay, let's do that. So I'm here, Alt X, switch to, oops, no, Alt X, switch to project. Oh, and it shows you the key. See, how good is that, dude? Sokoban. Oh. Okay, well, I don't know about that, but I see. So you do that when you start working is how it works. I would kind of rather have it just operate on the files, but I could see why you wouldn't want that. I don't know. Because I work on the compiler and the game at the same time. Okay, there we go, though. So that automatically, because I changed that color. Where, let's drag this back in because I don't know how to open it. So I changed it all over here. So I need to map my delete key. I don't know the keys. Okay. Delete, save. Okay, so it doesn't auto update. My regular text color is close to CBB 390. Okay, let's try that. Oops. So there's got to be a way to reload the colors without switching to project and reloading all the files. What does toggle code comments mean? Oh, that like actually edits it. Okay. Can you maybe try with just the global config file? Okay. Okay. Code default. Bam. Save. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do from here. That's because you have your other project open. Six FB2B2 FF. I mean, what am I supposed? What are you suggesting that I do? Do I? I mean, I clearly cannot keep doing this every time I edit a color. That is not the right text color. Oh, maybe it is. Actually, it just looks a little different in the different font. That's weird. Oh, it just looks different on the different background color too. I'll tweak the colors to something different. It's just I want to figure out. Restart the editor, edit the global config. Then it should auto reload. Okay. I mean, a lot of things about this have been great. That doesn't seem great. All right. But you know, it's new, so it is what it is. Okay, config. This does appear to. All right, so background. What about I need a delete key. 05. No. No. FF. No. So I guess this is using code default color, FF. It is not appearing to auto reload, so maybe it doesn't like something about something. Let me know if there's something I can do to help debug that. Because I'm not really going to spend time editing colors if I have to reload the file every time. Or if I restart the editor every time. Must have broken it in the last few days. I did just download the executable file. So this is whatever build is in the executable file. This is Alt-X open global config. Oh, I did do it by just dragging the file in. Maybe it doesn't do that. Maybe it doesn't understand and now it will. Nope. Nope. Temporary bugsicle. We all have those, so I think it's fine. I'll just work with the current colors. Then I need a couple more key maps for my muscle memory while we're here. Control D is going to be whatever delete character is. Delete right char. All right. And these are things that I might even remap back to standard later. The reason I use these is because these are standard for Emacs, and I've just been using them for a really long time, so I'm used to them. But it doesn't take that long to get used to something new. It's just, it helps to not have to do it all at once, because then you're just like fumbling everywhere. Okay. Let's see if that, nope, that doesn't reload either, but it's at least there now. Why do I have a double high cursor right now? Is this like some kind of multi-cursor? What is happening and how do I stop it? Okay, something happened there. What is today, the 30th? 29th? 29th. Control D might be mapped to insert cursor. No, it was select word. Is there a command? I want Control L from Emacs, which is center around the current line. I wonder if there's a thing for that. Because like, you know, you scroll up here and it's like, okay, I want that to be the middle. Move cursor to view. Okay, that's the inverse of what I want. Control K is already the Emacs key. That's cool. Oh, this is... All right. There are different contexts. Oh yeah, this is where I should have watched the video more. Editors. I don't know what editors means. Oops. Oh, Control V. Is there like a scroll down one page? Control, Alt, Shift, arrow left, arrow right. Oh, is that like moving the window on the desktop? Because mine is full screen. Oh no, we've got cursors. How do I stop it? Oh God, this is... Escape. All right. Did I edit something else accidentally with a cursor that was off the screen? I don't know. Okay. So editors is a context. What are the other contexts? Open file to IC. Okay. Search dialog. Common. Common key combos may be used as fallback if they are not defined in more specific sections. If move up is not defined in editors, the one in common. Okay. So common includes file dialog and all this stuff, I guess, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Disable that annoying paste effect. Okay, so let's go back to our Sokoban config, I guess. And take a look at file extensions. I might have to change the keybinds in here, although really, I kind of want the same keybinds in C++. So I think I can just delete all this. Oops. Yeah, I want that Control V and Alt V, which is weird again because it's bound to paste. Maybe I should retrain myself on Control V. All right. So ignore DIRs, great, that all looks good. Allow file extensions. I mean, sure, let's add a couple. Oh. So I don't want it to scan all of Sokoban because there's hundreds of thousands of files. And that might be fine, but I'd just rather not give it that. So we have SL, SLH, SLC. Oh. .SL, .SLH, .SLC. I hit Control X, Control S. Ignore file extensions. Sure, great. Whatevs. All right. I wish you could just call and explain what's going on. I don't know. Am I that confused? It seems okay. We have this video that we're still watching.
So let's go with the SQLite. And our workspace has been reloaded. And now we can see by pressing Control P all the files in our workspace.
Was that Control B? Control V? No. Oh, maybe it was Control B, right? But I overwrote it. Let me go back to the other file. I thought I left it Control P? Control... I don't understand what was being said. Let's search for file in here. File. There's going to be a lot of the word file. Create new file, open file dialog. Yeah, that's that. Dude, I don't know. I can't figure it out. I thought you said Control Bravo. I did too. I did too. Your Sokoban file will override the global one when you switch to project. Yeah, I figured that. Control P. Okay, I remapped Control P, but we could search for that as well. Show open file dialog in search mode. Okay, what should I map this to? Oh no, Control K doesn't copy the line. Okay, well, rip. That's the most common thing I do in Emacs is Control K a line and paste it. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, what should this be? Control. Actually, since you're doing a lot of stuff in here, like the super cool thing is it knows if you spell the thing wrong or whatever. It should tell you if something is multiply bound, right? And put that in red. Because I don't know without searching the rest of the file. If I mean, I actually know Control P is multiply bound, right? Anyway. Oh, that's on the list? Yeah, cool. I mean, this is already way better. Like the only other program I've ever used that had like this in it was Intel VTune, I think. And that was only for like opening files, and it was amazingly good for that. So just having it for commands and stuff is great. Okay, so control, I don't know what to bind this to. I kind of want, so Control O in Emacs for me also is like popping back and forth. Let's just try Alt O here. And I can make Control O. I gotta no, I somehow got a cursor again. All right. Save. So yeah, it's not gonna, I'm just gonna restart the frickin' editor again. I do wish it would auto load. Okay, so now if I Alt O, okay, well, we haven't switched to a project, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Since I copied the whole thing to make the Sokoban project, I have to go edit that to remove this stuff probably. It's, I don't know, like telling people to copy stuff to make a project I think doesn't lead to good outcomes because like if you're going to edit the global at all, which I think you want to because yeah, I don't know. Okay. Alt or no, switch to project. All right, and now there we go. Okay, look how much faster that is than frickin' Visual Studio. I'm regretting that I put all the shader files in here. So the problem with an interface like this is some things you want all the time and some things you don't usually want, but you might want sometimes. I guess that's just the disadvantage to having a flat scrolling list. Like, when was the last time you used a Microsoft product that could do this though? Okay, so boom. Okay, great. Good, good, good. Good. I kind of want the default font size to be bigger. Font. No. Oh. Wait, what? I rebound that. Oh, because I switched to the project. It's not. Okay. This is rough. Either I have to not edit the global settings at all, or I have to delete all keybinds from the project settings. I think I like the latter because I do. Yeah. All right. Ah, I dragged it into the wrong place. All right, let's just delete all the keybinds. I thought I did that. So then why is Control G doing go to line? Go to line. Oh, it's in common. Yep, burn that with fire. All right. So now, if I switch to project, Oops. Switch to project is gone. Oh, it's at the top. Because that's the last thing I did, I guess? I don't know. Okay, that's good. That's cool. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah. Control F is fine. Control G is. Why does that go to line, dude? Does it, when you switch to the project and then switch to another project, does it not unload the original switch? Does it not reload the global? Switch to project, Sokoban. Workspace has been reloaded. Load. First. Control G, find. Okay, good. That's what I wanted. On the global config, it was double bound. I thought I commented it out, but let's find that. So I'm gonna go Alt X. Load, was it load global config? Open global config. All right. Control G. This is what I get for. Oh, it is double bound. So maybe we're getting an arbitrary one. Can I bind function keys? That's not a very good. I'm going to want to change all these eventually, but yeah. Okay. How do I do font size? Increase font size. Font. Font size 14. I don't really know what's a good font size. 18? 22. Let's go for 22. That could be too aggressive. It didn't do it. Oh, because it's reset. I didn't. Okay. Okay, we got to edit this one. Yeah, having all these settings be redundant by default, I don't like that. What I think you should do is just give people an example project file that just has these things and doesn't have all the keybinds and stuff. Because most people are going to want the same keybinds everywhere because that's muscle memory. Like, they might want to add keybinds for if they're only in C++ or something, but I don't think they want to replace everything by default. So I wouldn't tell people to do that. I would just give them a baby file. My green. I'm not going to edit colors right now. I'm going to wait till because the color reloading is apparently supposed to already be a thing. So when that works better, that's when we'll do colors. Okay, so what was I just saying? Like colors per programming language or whatever, I think is totally a thing. Yeah, I do think that's also a big question for me. Obviously, I haven't used this that much, so I don't totally get how it's set up, but like I think people want to be able to set colors and maybe even keybinds per file extension, and right now it seems like it's per project, and you have to switch project, which I mean, maybe it's just that I'm not used to working that way, but it doesn't seem like what people are going to want. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you've got feedback from other people besides me. Okay, font size. I just want to delete that from here. Um, we're just gonna delete that. And we're gonna restart the editor. All right. Switch to project, Sokoban, and then open. All right. Hey, that's a big font. It's maybe a little too big, like I said, but that's okay. It's kind of weird how this font changes aspect ratio a lot as it goes up. Anyway, I'll play around with that. Let's just take it down a couple. Um, let's try 19. Wait. All right. Can I just remove everything from the Sokoban config except workspace DIRs? I mean, I guess I just don't. I don't have a good picture of what I want to. Um, you know, like, do I want all these? I guess I want all these to be the same, right? For now. And I want these to be the same. And then key map, we can leave the key map section here because maybe I want to add some key maps, but for the most part, I just want to inherit keys, right? All this, okay, yeah, I just want this to be standard. I want that to be standard. And then style, even for now, we'll delete the colors, but I could see wanting separate colors in here, right? So yeah, we're just going to do this. I think a color wheel on hexadecimal numbers would be awesome. I mean, we do ship that with GetRect, so maybe it wouldn't be that hard to use. I do want to make the color picker more configurable. Because right now it's just kind of like a thing, but we definitely ship it. Need to re-add SLC, SLH. Ah, okay. Okay. I guess I put those in Sokoban. .sl, .slc, .slh. Okay. I mean, I assume I could put these on multiple lines, right? It looks like I can. Yeah, I can down here, so. Um, I mean, what else? Is that it? Are we... I mean, there's probably lots of little tweaks that I want to do, but colors is the main one, and I'm going to wait on that. So maybe this was just our initial thing. Kind of want to take a nap. But this is cool. So I'm going to try using this just for editing. Like I said, I had a much better out-of-the-box experience with it than last time I tried to switch editors. So that's a good sign. Okay, this is still, I think, a hair big. This is going to be font size 19, right? So if I do 18 and I go open global, and really? How about 12? Okay, it's not doing it. I don't know why it doesn't care about my font size preferences. Probably not stable enough for actual work. Okay, I mean, it's still, like, it's pretty close honestly. Like when I use Emacs, I don't use it for that much because it's so frustrating, right? So I'm used to editing very minimally. You know, I don't use MetaX compile or anything because it's so frustrating. And I've already got like, you know, most of what I do is like this, and I sort of type in each side, and I don't know how I go back from here. I should investigate that. Um, how do I close? How do I close the extra editor? Okay, I see. So control 1 and 2. Okay, when I switch to the, here's one for the bug list. Like, if my cursor is way off the screen and I switch to that editor, I have no idea where it is. Although maybe that's just how the editor works. That's a little weird. Maybe it's something you get used to. It's just, how do I find the, if there's a keystroke for like center me on the cursor, I think that's fine. But if there isn't, then maybe we need that key binding. Default configs with Emacs or Vim keymaps. I mean, maybe. I don't know if there's enough Emacs users in the world. Maybe there are. Was that the Alt-C? I don't think so. Alt-C. Move cursor to viewpoint center. But that's not what I want. I want to go to where the cursor is. I don't want to bring the cursor to where I am. I mean, like that could be, like, maybe I want to do that sometimes, and that's fine. I think in Emacs, it just brings the cursor, right? So if I scroll, yeah, it just puts it on the bottom line or the top line. I think that's pretty reasonable behavior, actually, to keep the cursor on the screen always. I don't know, maybe that's a Boolean. But like, the thing that's weird about it, so in Emacs, right, if I start typing, I see it happen, right? And here, if the cursor's off the screen and I start, oh, okay, then you bop to it. All right. Well, that's, I guess, helpful. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to over suggest, because this is exactly what happens with programming languages, right? Like everybody wants the language to do the things like their language that they came from. And it's like, okay, but if you do that with everything, you're just remaking the other thing. And so I don't want to do a bunch of suggestions that are just like remake the thing already. Yeah. Need a list of things that annoy me. Well, I mean, mainly the colors. And if there's, I don't know what scroll viewport fast is. Let me see. It's not doing it. I'm hitting Alt D and it's not doing anything. Alt J also isn't doing anything. So those just don't seem to work. None of these scroll viewports are working. So I don't understand that. I don't know how to close one of these panes. Like I hit Control 1. In Emacs, I have it Control 0 or something to snap back to just the buffer. I don't know how to do that here. Whoa, what was that? That was freaky. Switch to other editor, Control Okay, that's cool. Yeah, some of these just don't seem to work. I don't know if they're all supposed to be implemented. Control W like in Chrome. Okay. Oh, it closes the window. Um, right. I kind of want the opposite as well, right? Um, I want to be able to say, this is the window I'm working in, so close the other ones, right? Um, it would be the inverse of Control W. Like make this window the main one. Control Shift W. Okay, that's cool. I would probably rebind that to something else, but let me, where is that? Um, Control Shift W. Close other editor. Okay, great. Great. I'm going to put that on Control 0 if that's not already bound. I like that it parses it and tells you if it doesn't like it. Like that's great right there. All right. Is Control 0 something already? Yes, it is. We're going to comment that out. Okay. Yeah, so all I really need is, and maybe there are commands for this, just page up, page down, go to beginning of file and go to end of file. And that's most of my editing, right? And maybe those are in here. Control End, Control Home. Okay. Well, on this laptop, I don't have home and end keys. That's kind of a bummer. I guess a lot of laptops don't have them. Let's see what those are, though. Control End. Oh, jump to file. I don't know why I didn't see that. Yeah. I guess I did see these before. So yeah, so I just have to remap these to keys that are on the laptop. My inclination would be control comma and control period, but I feel like we already have those bound. Control comma, right, and control period. All right, so I'm going to remap control comma to like, I don't know, it's control X O in my current Emacs, but I don't like that binding anyway. And we're using O for other things. I might put control slash, even though that's the auto comment key. Or control bracket. Is that bound? Nope. Wait, yes, unindent. Oh, dude, that might be the thing. That's actually one thing I didn't think about. Is like the thing about Emacs that's actually useful, even though it sucks and is slow, is that usually the auto indent does the right thing. So you edit some code and then you auto indent the region, right? Which this editor might not have that. All right. What about, we'll make this be control equals, which I think is, control minus, which I think is bound to font size, right? But Hopefully that's legal. All right. Switch to other editor, and then I don't want to change too many things because then I won't remember what I changed them to as well. Okay, what was I even doing? Why was I doing that? I forget why we were editing that one. Go to end of line? No, it was go to end of file. It was go to end of file. Yeah. Jump to file end. Okay, so this is going to be control comma and control dot. Okay, so let's just try this. Okay, that font size is much smaller. Okay, these didn't rebind. Error when loading config file. It didn't like the control minus minus. Line 125. I don't know how I'm supposed to do control dash. All right. Cool. All right. I think I want the font size 1 pixel bigger. So we're gonna go with the 19 bagger. Okay. Control there, control there. Cool. That's great. Yeah, I'm not sure about how the indenting is gonna go. Like we'll try that, I guess, later. A lot of this stuff is working great though. Yeah, I just need maybe control V for page down. All right. Yeah, like the way tabs and indenting that, like tab in Emacs means indent this to the right place for the context that it's in, which I don't know. Control should be control minus, I see. Okay. Cool. All right, well, this was a successful first thing for sure. I probably will main Emacs for a while anyway, because that's what I'm used to. But you know, if this looks very, very promising, and it's just a lot nicer to use. It's not stopping to garbage collect all the time. It doesn't take half a second to update the cursor position like Emacs. So those things are all great. And the syntax highlighting working for this language is great. Like I have one for Emacs, but it's like old and doesn't always work anyway. So those things are all good. Move down one page. Ah, okay. Let's go back there. Do we have that? Down one page. How did I not see that? Control V. So the problem is this is muscle memory, right? The problem is I kind of do want Control V to be paste, right? But we're going to do this for now. We're going to do Control Y because that's, yeah, okay, that's the only Control Y. So again, these are all like Emacs idiosyncrasies that I'm just used to, and this is probably one of the first things I want to reverse is like maybe it's just Control up arrow and Control down arrow to page up and down or something. Or maybe I should just try to get used to this space hopping that it's doing when I do Control up and Control down. Those could all be reasonable things. Again, these binds are just to get me in the neighborhood so I could like use an editor without, you know, just flailing all the time. And then I think you can morph it over time to something more smooth. What is the memory usage like? Well, focus.exe, 79.2 megabytes. Emacs, not even on this list because it's so big. Details, name, focus, 80, Emacs, 34. Well, you know. That said, this is doing a lot more. And like 80 is basically nothing. Oh, you know, I also haven't really loaded any files in Emacs. I don't know. Sorry, a bunch of things broke. It's been in heavy development lately. Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing is, like, without tests, things break, right? And some things are just hard to test. Some things are hard to auto test, right? I mean, I guess you could make an auto test for that, but it would be weird. It would be a substantial amount of effort, and then how often is that specific thing going to break, right? It's like this is the problem with software. Oh, it was right there. I was too blind to see Emacs. You downloaded the release 10 minutes ago and hot reload worked for you. It's possible that some early change I made in my config files made it not work. It's possible that something about the folders made it not work. Like maybe, like I said, I copied this bin off of Dropbox and then I see this read-only attribute a lot of the time, but it doesn't make sense to me because these files are obviously writable, so I don't know what's going on there, right? Okay, this isn't read-only. I don't know. It might, like bugs are weird, right? So it might just not be working on my setup for some reason. Emacs overloading all the Windows copy paste was the reason you never used it. Yeah. I mean, Emacs makes internally consistent sense, kind of. So it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's some kind of error log in the editor that's accessible, but maybe it's here. Couldn't load file. Oh, because it's still being written. All these are zeros. All right, well, nothing was ever written to the logs. I don't know if that's intentional. Dash read only means it's not set, but also not unset. Okay. So that just means it inherits without overriding. Okay. All right. Well, all right. That I think that's going to be it for right this second. I mean, it actually, I'm a little bit dismayed that the hot loading is working for other people, because maybe that means it's something specific about something with my system, and it's going to be hard to debug. I don't know. I mean, this is a brand new laptop running Windows 11, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this is way better than when I tried the 4X editor or whatever that one was. So that's good. Maybe you could try it in a separate folder real quick. You mean copy the executable somewhere else? I guess, the first place I tried it was in my down